What's up, YouTube? It's John Talks. I'm back for another episode. I ain't going nowhere. You already know what it is. Now, before we get in the video, if you guys could like and subscribe. I'm looking for my first subscriber. It would mean a lot to me if the first subscriber was you. Let's get this thing started. Now, before we start, let me say one thing. I like Chicago. I like the Bulls. And I actually don't think Patrick Williams will end up being that big of a bust. I think he's a good player, and I think he has some good tools. I just think he's being way overblown, especially for the 4th overall pick. Now, I have two comparisons. Stanley Johnson and Al-Farouq Aminu. I know that's not Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, but it's the truth. And I'm going to show you why. Check this out. So I think the first major problem I found was his lateral foot speed, his quickness, and his overall jumping ability. So he jumps off of 2 feet. And by this I mean when he jumps, he's mainly a 2-foot jumper. So this is a serious problem athletically. He doesn't jump off 1 foot. He also doesn't move with lateral quickness because he's so heavy-footed, which is more of a reason why I think of Al-Farouq Aminu, somebody who does not have that lateral speed of a Kawhi Leonard or a Paul George, or the foot speed of those guys. And to be honest, he had a lot of trouble guarding point guards, shooting guards in college. So there was a lot of questions for me on his defense, I thought. Now, I thought from the 3 to the 5, or from the 3 to the 4, he could guard. And he could, really guard because of his size. But as far as foot speed and lateral quickness, there are serious question marks there. And that is a problem in the NBA as far as spacing. You need to be able to create shots. This is how Jason Tatum is such an effect. He's not Russell Westbrook. He's not, Kawhi Leonard, but he's almost like a Paul Pierce, where it's more finesse and more skill, as I was talking with Killian Hayes. But that was my first major red flag. I think the second one is I don't see a lot of scoring instinct. He only attempted 1 3 per game, 2 free throws. It's not enough. It is not enough for somebody to say he might be a Paul George. I got to see a guy want to score. Now look, the last thing I wanted to say was the Pistons are a different team, okay, than the Bulls. We drafted Stanley Johnson, and that's another comparison. Big, could guard, any position, supposedly, but lacked offensive instinct, was heavy-footed, lacked lateral quickness, and overall scoring ability he just didn't have in the NBA. For the Pistons, it was the dodging of a bullet. Now, I hope that he turns out to be whatever you guys want him to be, but I'm just glad that we chose who we chose and you guys chose who you guys chose. And to be honest, I want to hear some feedback because I don't think everybody is on board with the pick. I think some people did want Avdia. What if Avdia turns out to be, that? What if Obi Toppin turns out to be that? Then what? You cannot pick him at 4 because everybody else after that better be worse. And if they're not, if I was from Chicago, I would be wanting somebody's head on a poster. Whoever this new Arturis guy is, give him a chance, yes, but this is a serious mistake to open up your career with this team, and I don't like it. And I'm glad the Pistons were forced out of not doing it, because believe me, we would have taken him or Okoro. And that's another video. Like, subscribe, please. Thank you.